Welcome to the Reality Revolution. I'm your host, Brian Scott. Today, we're going to win the lottery. We're going to talk about winning the lottery. We're going to talk about the lottery and manifesting lottery wins. Is it possible? Is it appropriate? Should we try to manifest a reality in which we win the lottery? Why is it so many people I meet that come to me are wanting to manifest a lottery win? I've had many coaching appointments where that is a primary goal for somebody to win the lottery. And I get it because I've had that period in my life when all I wanted was that lottery win. I wanted that easy way out. I wanted that money that I thought I never could have. And I would go and spend $100 on lottery tickets. I would try to get a system of numbers that I could use. I would start to try to get the odds of the different numbers and read books from other people that won the lottery and how they did it. I would read everything I possibly could about anybody that had manifested lottery wins. I became completely obsessed and fascinated with Helen Hadsell. Helen Hadsell was an American widely known as the contest queen. She entered and won many contests for items for all expense-paid trips. She also won a house, which was showcased at the 1964-65 New York World's Fair. Later, she lectured and held workshops on positive thinking and was a doctor in metaphysics. She wrote a book called Name It and Claim It and Game with Maneuvers and Witchcraft. Really fascinating to follow her particular path. In Hadsell's era, there was an activity known as contesting, in which people would dedicate their time and efforts towards winning sweepstakes, where winners are chosen at random among those who have entered, and the usual strategy was submit as many entries as possible. And consumer skill contests, in which prizes were won by submitting some kind of writing extolling a particular product, often in 25 words or less. Such enthusiasts were known as contesters or contest bugs. There were national magazines and newsletters with contestants as the targeted audience. The Hadsells started entering contests in '48 as a family hobby, focusing on the skill contests. She won a Tony Home permanent kit as a 48th through 166th place prize in a contest run by Skillam's drugstores. But she didn't really win for the first 10 years. She was constantly submitting different contest forms, trying to win different contests. And in 1957, she started to win contests frequently with her 6-year-old son, who won toy guns for naming a pony. In 1959, she told a local newspaper that she had just won an electric food mixer for coming up with a name for a new kind of cake, and that she had won 2 other mixers in contests during the preceding year. But I think the most interesting story of hers is that she participated in a contest at the World's Fair. It was 1 in 1.5 million. She had a short essay question that she had to answer. There was an entry form, and she won a Formica home, complete home of her own, and she could choose where it was at. She manifested all this because later on we find out that she believed she was using her imagination in imagining these different sweepstakes and winning them. She believed that she created a psychic connection with them, and she ended up being a trainer in silver mind control. She established a relationship with Jose Silva and his Silva mind control approach, which we've talked about with Robert B. Stone, who was also a Silva mind control writer and coach and wrote many of those books with him. So we've discussed Silva mind control previously on the podcast. And it's interesting that she was working closely in the organization, and she was the primary coach in like the Dallas area, which is very close to where it all started, where Silva mind control started. She had a doctorate in metaphysics, and she was constantly becoming aware of the way her imagination created reality. And she was imagining that she was winning lotteries and winning sweepstakes, and it was actually working. One of the most notable stories about attracting money through creative visualization techniques centers around a lady named Cynthia Stafford, who won $112 million on a multi-state lottery game called Mega Millions. On the Ricki Lake Show, she recalled the story about how she meditated on attracting money and imagined herself having a large amount of money. As she centered on thoughts of abundance, she felt the reality of her prosperity, which is how she communicated her desire to the universal law. On national TV that afternoon, Cynthia told Ricki Lake that she willed her win through the creative power of her mind. She also mentioned that the universe picked her winning numbers and delivered to her one of the largest lottery jackpots in history. You can find her on YouTube. Just look up Cynthia Stafford. I could literally put on a 3-hour episode of different stories of people winning the lottery by manifesting it. It is possible. Throughout this whole entire episode, no matter what I say, just know it's obviously possible and that people are manifesting winnings from the lottery. We just have to have a certain state of mind in the way that we do it. For instance, Euro Millions millionaire raffle winner Aaron Smith and his family invented an unusual game over Christmas, pretending that they'd won the lottery. They even posed for photos to celebrate. Little did Aaron realize that his family toasted each other with champagne and posted mock winner photos on Facebook. He had actually won and had a £1 million ticket in his pocket. That is a story with the Euro Millions. I also found a story written by Mike Char on the MTL blog, the Montreal blog, with the headline, "A Quebec lottery winner seemingly manifested his $1 million ticket into existence." Manifesting is all the rage right now, so much so that it's seemingly helping folks win the lottery. Andre Roy from Estrie, Quebec, is now $1 million richer after having won the Lotto Max Millions prize on October 21st, 2022. According to the article, it says Roy won himself a free play from a previous ticket and managed to buy himself another worth 7 figures. According to Lotto Quebec, Andre had imagined what it would be like to win the grand prize and what he would do with his winnings. Luckily for him, he didn't have to wait too long before finding out. Then there's the story of Richard Lustig, who has hit the lottery jackpot 7 times. He claims that he's not a lucky guy. He says he uses a secret strategy for picking lottery numbers. But he's won 7 different times. So he's worked hard on it, and he's figured out a system in which he can win it. Probably my favorite writer and teacher on this subject is Eddie Coronado, who has written several books, including a very good book called Manifest Your Millions. A lottery winner shares his law of attraction secrets. And he actually used these techniques and won the lottery, and has also documented a number of other people that have also won the lottery. I have a couple of their affirmations that they have used, and we'll share some of those affirmations. At the end of this, I will give several affirmations that you can use towards winning the lottery if that's what you want to do. But we have to get into the right state of mind for this and understand what we're doing and how it relates to manifesting and creating our reality. Because the very process of winning the lottery through the mind and using manifestation is a delicate one. It can actually work against you. It can be something for many people to avoid. And in my own case, when I stopped trying to win the lottery, I actually improved my own prosperity. But my favorite time is the time that I purchase that ticket. When I go and buy the ticket, I've had different systems. Maybe my favorite is repeating the same numbers every day and buying a ticket every day that I can buy one. And so just stay in the game. But you're not spending hundreds of dollars. That's one that a lot of people who have won the lottery had done and were successful at. They just continuously played those numbers, and eventually, if it's 1 year, if it's 6 months, it's just 20 years, at some point in time, those numbers are going to hit. Over time, your odds actually improve if you're playing the same number over a period of time than if you bought a lot of tickets over a period of time. But at the same time, I will look at lottery tickets and Notice certain numbers only come up when I do quick picks. When I do quick picks, I notice there's only certain kinds of numbers. I may be wrong, but I may be overanalyzing it. But I want to know, are the quick picks working against me or for me? I look at the numbers, I weigh the numbers. I've been in this state of mind. I've imagined what it's like to win that lottery. Once I bought the ticket and I sit and imagine, it's so much fun. I enjoy it so much. I enjoy imagining that world where I win the lottery. I know exactly how I would feel in my body. I know that I would call my kids. I would be doing certain things in a certain sequence. I know how excited I would be. I've already spent my money. I know exactly where it's going to go and what I'm going to do and how I'm going to serve and what things I can do for whatever my dreams are. I've put that money into action. And I do think that that period of time where we're imagining if we win, even if we don't win, is valuable because it will lead you to other opportunities once you unlock where the true source of income is. And the true source of income is not the lottery. It is from a higher source. But something I've noticed through the years of teaching reality creation and the law of attraction and manifestation is that a lot of people have a winning Powerball on their desires list. Something that I see a lot is when someone posts a beautiful picture of a vacation, where someone's experiencing a vacation, or someone bought a new car, or someone experienced something really amazing in their life. And I'll often see underneath those posts some comment where people are saying, I can't wait to win the lottery, or only when I can win the lottery. I'm playing the lottery tonight, and I can't wait to be able to do this stuff the moment that I manifest the lottery. A lot of people want to know my honest opinion on manifesting winning the lottery. If it's even possible, and if it should be on your desires list, or if it should be something that you ask the universe for. I realized that I never really answered it on the podcast or talked about it, so I wanted to give you my own answer. I have personally never focused on winning the lottery to manifest money since I started to apply these principles and seen success in my own life. I definitely went through a period where I tried to manifest money, but I found great success when I stopped trying to manifest a lottery win. It's not because it's impossible, and that's not one way that money can come to you. It's obviously an insane amount of money coming in at once. A lot of people ask me if it's possible. It is absolutely possible. 100% for every single one that is hearing me now. Don't ever forget that. One issue I have is that it puts you in so much resistance. A lot of people don't recognize that when you're focusing so hard on only imagining the money that you're desiring, whatever that amount might be, when you're only imagining it coming from one avenue, one source, and one way that the universe can bring it into you, well, guess what? You put the universe in a chokehold. Here's where it gets worse. First of all, there are limitless ways for money to come to you because it's just energy. Energy is all around us. There are essentially limitless ways that it can come through other people or other products we sell, or through our businesses, or through our work, or through unexpected sources. The list just goes on and on. There are just a few that I just named. There are limitless amounts that you can access because, again, there are limitless amounts of energy. But here's the bigger problem. And not only are you putting the universe in a chokehold on saying, this is my only avenue and I'm going to focus really hard on it. As you know, whatever you focus on is what the universe is taking as a sign of what you want. It's taking this as a sign that this is one of the ways that the universe can bring you this money. Sometimes that avenue is not necessarily for our highest good. It's not for your highest good to win $10 million via the lottery. Maybe it's for your highest good to actually manifest that money through other avenues and sources. Maybe it's by adding value to the world and making the world a better place that you actually receive the money in turn by providing products and services to other human beings and solving their problems in service to them, because that's what business is for. And so maybe that's for your highest good. Whereas a windfall of money, just poof, and there it is, out of the blue. There's a reason so many lottery winners go broke. Here are just a few of my theories. A lot of people have not become accustomed to a mindset of success and prosperity before they win the lottery. And so when they receive a ton of money, when they essentially don't identify as successful or don't identify themselves as prosperous or wealthy and don't believe they deserve it, a lot of interesting things then happen. They find their way to spend it all away and self-sabotage the money because it's really outside of their comfort zone. All of a sudden, their subconscious mind is saying, whoa, this is against your identity. I don't know what's going on, so boom, it's gone. Another theory that I have is that when you manifest money, and at first smaller increments, and first adjust to it, get comfortable with it, learn how to attract it, work on yourself, work on your mindset, give value to the world, and add up your value, your wisdom around money grows as well. You're then more likely to take care of it, so that when you have a ton of money, you're not just spending it, you're also investing it, you're also saving it. You are buying things that are valuable. You're not just throwing it all away towards yachts, private jets, and houses, and then eventually going bankrupt and broke right back to where you started. I don't really know the statistics. I'm sure this is something that you can Google, and I'm sure you've come across it before, where they say that 70 to 85% of all lottery winners eventually go broke. That's crazy, and I don't want that for you or I. There's another problem. When multiple people are putting the universe in a chokehold around this one lottery win, depending on where you live. I live in Southern California. Everybody wants to play the Powerball or Mega Millions. And some of these recent jackpots have been completely insane. So here you have millions of people all putting the universe in a chokehold around this one way that this large sum of money can come to them. And it creates resistance. That's why very often it actually doesn't happen. The more you focus on winning the lottery and you make it important, the needier you get around that energy of I need to win. And the more money you spend towards winning the lottery instead of investing it into something like your mindset so that you can actually attract abundance and create money that isn't just fleeting and isn't just a windfall, that you can actually rely on coming into your life consistently. If you just have that kind of energy around winning the lottery, you create resistance, and then it doesn't come. If it does come, I don't think that instant gratification is lasting. It's not coming from a place of success shouldn't be easy or success shouldn't be effortless. In fact, I believe that we are shifting towards a new paradigm where success is just going to get easier. It's going to become a part of us. We don't have to work so hard or hustle or grind for success. But at the same time, I believe in achieving wisdom as you grow. I believe in growth and evolution. Instant gratification takes away growth and evolution from the human experience. And so having that instant gratification of a windfall, of money, there's nothing wrong with it. And yes, winning the lottery is totally possible through these techniques. But I would personally rather manifest money from a consistent and abundant mindset where I receive large sums of money on a continuous basis from multiple sources, easily and quickly. In the best interest of all, that I get to keep consistently coming to me, that I spend and give, invest and circulate. And I feel this gratitude on a regular basis, continuously, and the amount of money I'm receiving is increasing. That's how I try to vibrate and manifest in this money realm, with this consistent, abundant mindset. My abundant mindset keeps me in this place where I'm continuously certain of the flow that's going to come into my life based on the vibration at which I'm vibrating, the frequency at which I'm vibrating. My goal is to just grow it, grow up my value, and in exchange provide more value to the world so that I become a magnet to this prosperity that's so much more of a powerful mission, a powerful visualization, and something more powerful to count on than consistently focusing on a lottery as everyone else is also doing. Just being honest. I think that the more we focus on it, it gives more of an excuse to not expand our minds as to what is possible. It gives us an excuse not to become aware of the unlimited possibilities available to you. A lot of people are so focused on the lottery because they need some excuse to not do the work. The work doesn't just mean hard work. It means adding value, service to others, value to the world, expanding your mind, investing in yourself, being of value to other people and providing services and products, ideas, energy, love. Even if you don't have a business, which I'm sure that most of you do because I tend to attract entrepreneurs, but even providing value to the company that you work for, providing value to your family or to your kids, solving a problem for somebody, adding value. One of the ways that I personally add value is by helping people that are less fortunate than me. That might not make me money directly. I don't look at it ever for the reward that I get, but indirectly, it puts me in a state in which I'm aware that money is flowing and that it will always be flowing to me because we are all one being. And as I give to another, I give to myself. When I circulate within this idea, then it's all good. Many times I've lost the lottery, and then when I find out who won it, I'm so happy that I lost because some amazing miracle happens with that particular lottery win. One woman had wanted to invest all the money in a charity to help little babies that did not have parents. And she had been struggling, and she already had the business and had been doing the work, but didn't have the money. And then bam, $100 million from a lottery. That kind of thing is amazing. And I'm very happy that she won the lottery. It worked out perfectly. And many times it's working out perfectly so that the person winning the lottery is learning the perfect lesson. Everybody that's winning it should be winning it, manifested it, either good or bad. So you want to imagine the reason why you're going to receive this money. What ways will you use it to improve the world around you, to beautify it, to give? What ways will you use it to help your family? What ways will you use it to help your city or town? You probably have an issue, something that is closely personal to you, that you could provide a great level of service with this money. The heart does not respond to the amount. The heart doesn't care if it's 300 million, 500 million, or $15. The heart is looking at the experience and the feeling that you're wanting to manifest. We learned that from reality transurfing. The amount of money doesn't ever matter. It's always the feeling. For you to have the true power, the full gravitational magnetic force, you must activate your heart in conjunction with your mind in order to manifest large sums of money. So a lot of people that are trying to manifest lottery wins are doing this from the mind and not the heart. They're thinking about how much money I need, what's the exact amounts. They're thinking in numbers. Those numbers are irrelevant. The lottery forces us to think in these numbers, so you don't need to. But you expand your mindset, you add value to the world. And I think in many cases, the best situations or scenarios is that you're working on your prosperity mindset regularly. You're listening to lessons that seem to repeat themselves, but continuously remind you that you are powerful, that give you inspiration, that remind you of your powers, the powers of your mind, the powers of your heart, that you can create wealth and exciting, prosperous opportunities and abundance in your life. You begin to raise your vibration and you naturally win the lottery because you're in that vibration already. You're in that prosperous mindset. You see the ways in which you can be of service and spend this money in a proper manner. You're aware of the energy. You can accept the energy that's coming in. That is when it works. So sometimes you have to forget the freaking lottery in order to win it. You focus on how you can up your value. You focus not on fleeting desires or instant gratification, but you focus on expansion and the wish truly fulfilled on a daily basis, true satisfaction and freedom. So here are some suggestions that I would recommend. Find a set of numbers. It could be 1 ticket or 5 ticket. And you should at least play those numbers for every time that you choose to play the lottery. If you want to add other numbers that come to you, add them in addition to those regular numbers that you play. It is possible, if you become very tuned in psychically to the future probabilities that are available, to see these numbers. And if you really want to develop your psychic ability, just on a regular basis, go and get a lottery ticket as a practice in reading future variables and numbers, and start to evaluate these numbers. Think about them, evaluate them, look at each of them, how these numbers feel to you, how often you see these numbers, what reaction you have, what it looks like when you see the numbers on the TV, the higher numbers, the lower numbers, the single digits, the double digits, the odd numbers, the even numbers, the 7s, the 6s, all the different combinations, how they look together, how they play together. Just become a part of those numbers. And when you mark down the numbers for that day, see the numbers being played. See yourself sitting there, and wherever you get your numbers, many people will find them just on their phones. So you see yourself going through your phone and pulling up the winning numbers for that ticket, and you see the numbers, and you see the numbers that you're playing, and what numbers are they, and you write them down. And when you first do this, you might not have any, but you will notice when you look back and you say, I did think about that number, I just didn't play it. So the first time I started doing this, I might go through the numbers, but I clearly remember thinking about 11 and 7, but not putting them down because those were earlier numbers. I over-evaluated it. So the next time I tried it, I got better. You tune into the divine part of your mind that is not questioning anything, the instantaneous numbers that come up. This will help you as a lesson in intuition, and it'll help you to develop your psychic ability to evaluate future probabilities. You may not be able to get all the numbers, but it's a good exercise in psychic activity to simply try to predict these numbers. And sometimes by tuning in to this numeric field of energy and information, you can find yourself in situations where you can actually win lottery tickets. And that's a good place to be. That's what you want to be focusing on. You can win the lottery when I tell you anything is possible and you assume that you win the lottery. So one of my favorite techniques that we can play around with and try, if you open yourself to the idea that this is not important and that you're manifesting a lottery win or something better, and you walk around thinking about you've already won the lottery. What's it like to feel like you've already won the lottery? You know that you have the money in the bank. It's over. You won. You've gone through the rigmarole. You think about, where am I going to put my money? Who do I need to contact? What lawyers do I need to contact? You might want to actually study what happens when people win the lottery. If you want to evaluate what it's like when the wish is fulfilled, you have to be honest with it. One example I give of this is there's a story that Neville Goddard gives of somebody that wanted to imagine their house being fixed. And the only way they could imagine it is they had to imagine the hassle as they complained about the loud noises of the carpenters at work on their garage when it was being fixed. It wasn't that they were all joyful that the garage was fixed. It was a realistic interpretation of how it would be. So there are several things that you should be aware of in winning the lottery. You should daydream about what you're going to do, what it's like to win the lottery. Life after winning the lottery may not be as glamorous as you think. Whether you win 500 million or $1 million, about 70% of lotto winners lose or spend all that money in 5 years or less. Oftentimes there's legal disputes, even in some cases by people you've never met that claim that it's their ticket. It's probably going to involve a lot of your friends coming to you for money, some lying to you, some trying to exploit you. A lot can seem like a little. if you win 6 million and you find yourself in a room full of lotto winners who have won 200 million or more, all of a sudden you feel like the poor one. It's all relative. I could go through a whole bunch of stories of people that won big and ran out. I don't want to focus on those, but I want to be aware of the realities of it. Oftentimes, people that win the lottery will go out and they'll have that impulse purchase. In one case, a past winner said, after we won the lottery, we bought an 8-bedroom, 7-bath, 10,000 square foot mansion because we could and it sounded amazing. Well, now we're selling the 8-bedroom, 7-bath mansion because it's impractical for a family of 4. What you think you want may not be what you want in the future. It never knows. Another thing to expect is that the truly wealthy, in most cases, will sort of look down upon you if you win the lottery. You're not one of them. You'll be ostracized if that's the community that you want to join. You're going to get sick of money questions. Everybody that will come and talk to you wants to talk about money. People will ask where you keep your money or how you spend it or if you still have it. Nobody would say those things to anyone else, but to somebody they know that won the lottery, that's what they're going to want to talk about. You might be forced into the spotlight. You might be super shy, but you have to talk to a bunch of reporters and people. And be on the lookout for the reason that you won this money. Sometimes there's a reason that God moved all this money into your account and it has nothing to do with you. There was a woman named Sandra in Canada that had won $120 million, but she had gone through a drive-through and found out from some people that did not know that she won the lottery that their son was going to die unless he could find $10,000 for this one very rare surgery. And she had the money and she could help them. Now, these things are possible. It's possible that the universe brought that money through her so that that boy could get the money for that surgery. You're going to want to ask yourself after you win the lottery, why did I win this? What forces of good can I be a part of? How can I give? How can I use this money to improve the world, to be of greater service to all mankind? How can I do that? Don't make this lottery win just about you. Say that you want to receive this money for the benefit of others, and imagine the ways that you're going to benefit them. Imagine what your life will be like after you won the lottery. How you want to apply that. The joy that you're applying this money in service to others. The universe knows these things. We know from our discussion that the Rosicrucians taught that the cosmic takes these requests from you and sort of weighs it with all others involved. So if 100,000 people are all imagining and praying, the way the Rosicrucians looked at it is that each is evaluated understanding what you truly want, your true intentions behind it all. So I want you to take a moment and let's just have fun with it. Imagine first that you have your ticket. You filled it out, you know what the ticket looks like. If you don't, you should have an old one. See where it has the date, see what it feels like in your hand, and you see your winning numbers and you're looking on your screen and you see that the numbers match. How would that feel? I'd have a little leap in my heart, a little jump in my step. I'd get super excited. I would definitely question that it was really happening. My first instinct would be to question whether it is real or not. But go into that moment. What would it be like? Seeing that the numbers match. Just go to that feeling. Who would you want to tell about it? Would you want to tell anybody? Do you want to keep this a secret? Would you text somebody? What would you text them? How would you text it? You do this for a little bit. You imagine the winning part. Then you spend some time sliding forward and imagine holding the fake check that they give you. They give you a big fake check. You can even look up what kind of paper that you hold. I've read that some lottery winners really focused on this and had success with it. So you find out the exact kind of paper that they have for these fake checks. Somebody even called the office and said, I'd like to know what kind of paper that you use for those fake checks. And they told them. So they got that fake paper and they felt it in their hands and they imagined holding the check with the prize on it. And they can feel the check. They can look out into the camera. They go and look for interviews that were given of lottery winners, and they imagine what the room is like where they present the lottery win. If it's in a state where you don't have to give your name, maybe you remain silent. Maybe nobody knows. How long are you going to wait to report your ticket as winning? Are you going to wait several months? Are you going to talk to attorneys beforehand? Slide yourself forward even more. You've got the money in the bank. That's when you can really play with the things that you can do with this money. Are you going to set aside some for your kids? Have you really considered how much they're going to take out in taxes? Have you considered how much you're going to be taxed for gifts that you give? Have you considered the benefits of setting up a trust? Now, just bring up all the tones of reality of winning this lottery. Let your mind take you. Daydream about it. You've already won. You're living your life and you're doing the things that you want to do completely free. Now, I'm going to give you some affirmations that you can start to use. Say these words with conviction. Think about them as if they are real. Miracles never cease. My life is flowing with abundance, prosperity, and lots of money. Every dollar I play comes back multiplied. I am in the process of manifesting a huge lottery prize. I believe in my ability to win the lottery. I can see myself winning one of the biggest lottery jackpots ever. I deserve to win the lottery. I am ready to win a big jackpot. I am open and receptive to winning a huge lottery prize. I know that I will win a lottery jackpot very soon. I have the positive attitude of a lottery winner. I am ready to win the lottery. I can clearly imagine myself as a Powerball winner. I believe in my ability to win a huge jackpot. Millions of dollars are coming to me in the form of a lottery prize. Every day, I am getting closer to winning a jackpot. I can easily imagine myself cashing in the winning ticket. I feel a big lottery win coming to me. Winning the lottery is my destiny. I always buy winning tickets. I feel that a big win is about to happen for me. I am a magnet for winning tickets. I'm excited knowing that I'm about to win a jackpot. I will continue to attract winning tickets. I am a lottery winner. It feels wonderful to be a lottery winner. My lottery prizes allow me to have the life of my dreams. I expect to win a jackpot very soon. I look forward to winning multiple lottery prizes. I appreciate my good fortune in winning the lottery. I can use the law of attraction to win the lottery. I'm emitting the powerful frequency of a lottery winner. I can feel a big win coming soon. I can handle the financial responsibility of being rich. I remove all pre-incarnational restrictions on winning the lottery. Winning the lottery allows me to be of the greatest service to the most people in the most effective way. My lottery prize helps me to achieve great things. God is my supply. Now go out into the day. Say these affirmations over and over if you need to. Expect that you will win the lottery, knowing the proper way to win it. Understand that this money and energy is flowing to you in all ways at all times from multiple sources, not just the lottery. But all things are possible. And now, lottery winnings will flow to you in multiple ways. Congratulations, and welcome to the Reality Revolution.